Hello everybody and welcome back. Okay, in this lesson we are going to modify the Toposolid in our project. We're going to change it from the existing flat Toposolid and we're going to get it to match the reduced levels in the survey plan. Okay, so the way we do this is that we modify what are called sub-elements in the Toposolid. Okay, now there's a range of sub-elements that we can modify, but the ones we're going to look at today to keep things simple are going to be the points. Okay, now as we are designing this project as we go, we're very much on the fly here, which is how a real project would work. There is potential for the updated Toposolid to create some possible visual issues. If those occur, we will endeavour to resolve them as we go. So there might be additional lessons or information provided. Okay, please don't forget to like, subscribe, share to the channel, or share the channel so I can keep helping. Okay, let's go into the view, and I'm going to go into level 0, which is where I can select the Toposolid. So we see there, modify Toposolid, it's my selection. Okay, so to change the behavior of a Toposolid after it's been modeled, okay, is we go into this area here, okay, modify sub-elements. So let's get a left click on here, and you'll see that the sketch changes. Okay, so we now have some green dashed lines which show the outside edge of the Toposolid. We can also see some points. Now it's the points that I am interested in, or we're interested in today. Okay, so if we click on, let's say, this point here in the top left hand corner, okay, and come to the top right here, okay, don't worry about the project base, we're just using 0 as our reference point for this assessment, for this project. But you'll see here the elevation is 0.0. So you can assume maybe a height datum ping back to sea level or something to that. So 0 would be the average of sea level, and in Australia we would call that the Australian height datum. Okay. But this RL here, reduced level, is saying 5,000 millimeters. Okay, so that's 5,000 millimeters above the height datum. Okay, so what we're going to do is, we've got a couple of ways we can do this. Number one is click on the point and click on the text box there. Okay, and we can update this. So I'm going to change this to 5,000 millimeters to match the millimeters here. Okay, that's all I need to do. So left click on that. Okay. Now you'll see straight away that Revit has remodeled the Toposolid immediately. Okay, and what we are seeing here is a cut through the soil, and we are seeing a bit of contouring occurring here. Okay, so we need to just repeat this for all 3 points. Okay, so I'm going to do the same here with this one here. So top right, click on the little blue, the text box there, and I'm going to match the information here. So 5500, enter. Okay, and again, the Toposolid has updated. All right, we're going to go to the bottom right. And instead of clicking this text here, I'm going to modify the text up in here and I'm going to type in 5,100. The same result will occur. Okay, and if I click on that just to double check, no, that didn't work. So let's go back to this one here. Always a bit of experimentation. There we go. And the last one here, let's just stick to what we see on thing, is 4,800 and enter. Yeah. So you'll see here that the appearance of the Toposolid has changed. Okay, we did have a clear Toposolid because we were looking at it from the top, and now all of a sudden we are cutting through it, and this is the architectural way to display earth hatch, or cutting through soil. And this is the default hatch that Revit's given us. Now we normally would see this at 45 degrees, but this is perfect for what we need. Now to escape out of, or to finish modifying the Toposolid, all you need to do is just hit the escape button. Okay, there's no sketch mode or anything like that. So what we can now do is have a look at the Toposolid that has been created. So I'm going to start in 3D. Okay, and we'll see here that the Toposolid has been extracted all the way up to these new levels. Okay, so it's been stretched out. And if we go and have a look at our elevations, okay, so we can see that we've got a slope in one direction here. If I go to the north elevation, it's sloping down in one direction there. In the south, we can actually see the front of the Toposolid here and the back of it. And on the west, again, there's the front of the Toposolid and there's the back of it. Yeah. So if I go to level 1, okay, basically what we can see now is the whole Toposolid, okay, and here is a contour line. Yeah. But fundamentally what we are seeing here, and I'm just going to use a detail line, is that in broad terms this Toposolid is sloping from this high point here at 5.5 meters, sloping down towards this point here. This is the low point. Okay? So this is the beauty of using BIM software, is that we can if we have survey information, we can very quickly ascertain how a site is going to perform for us and what it's giving us. And now what I have here and what we have is, when we look at our site, we now know that we have some gradients to work with, and it means we can then adjust our levels to suit the project as we need to. Okay, so we will leave that and we will look at that in the next lesson. Okay, and in the next lesson we're going to adjust our levels to meet the land or the Toposolid that we have been provided with. Okay, and that will then let us do some more design work. But until then, we will see you